recording.
Okay, so we're going to activate the variable temperature controller at the computer on the console. We're going to leave it off. So first thing before we start anything is to actually draw and flow nitrogen through the system. Nitrogen is needed for any operations on the variable temperature controller below zero. Okay. We're trying to put the probe at zero, but in order to do that, we have to put the temperature control at -40. So we're going to proceed now to actually activate the nitrogen. The nitrogen can come from a tank or from the wall. If it comes from the wall, basically there's three things that we need to watch out for. A, turn on the main valve. Okay. B, be sure there's some pressure on the regulator. And the third thing will be to actually open this valve here. And right now I can hear it flowing. I'm going to reduce the flow rate with the regulator down to 8 liters per minute. I can control it also here with the flow meter. But that's normally the flow rate that is needed to actually operate the low temperature controller. The coolant of the variable controller consists of two units: the controller itself and the refrigerator. The refrigerator has hooked up to it the connection to the probe. Okay. And before anything, we need to connect the nitrogen to it. In order to do that, the first thing to remove is air, which is normally supplied by this connector here, which is a quick connect. Pushing forward and then back releases a quick connect. And then make sure that there's flow of nitrogen, okay, through the hose, which will be connected in place of the quick connect all the way in, like so. Once that's done, then we can go ahead and set up the temperature controller. We're trying to do 0 degrees, so normally a differential of about 35 degrees is needed. So we're going to set it at -35 degrees. So normally it is set up at -75. That's the previous setting before you turn it off. That's what you need to do. So we're going to raise it to, make it -40. Just make it round numbers. Oops, sorry. So the arrow keys here allow you to set the temperature. There it is. Okay. And now we need to turn on the refrigerator, which is here in the front panel. Okay. On. And soon enough the temperature down on the refrigerator is going to start to come down. Slowly at the beginning, faster later. That already started. One thing that we need to check is to make sure that it's flowing the appropriate 8 liters per minute. And typically when you connect it, it goes down a little bit, so we need to tap it a little and bring it to 8. Okay? Once this is all flowing, then through the variable temperature control from the NMR console, we just simply turn it on and bring the temperature down to 0 degrees. The process of doing this takes approximately half an hour, 45 minutes, depending on how low you're going to go. Okay? The procedure to actually activate the variable temperature control on the NMR, it's as always, will be BT type equals to temp BT type equals 0. That's the procedure that will pop out this window, okay, and then you automatically will control the temperature using this window. Cut. Okay, so these are the instructions to actually finish a low temperature experiment. The first thing to do, of course, will be to abort the acquisition or stop it. Once that's done, basically the next step will be to turn off the refrigeration unit on the that is supplying the cold air to the probe. In order to do that, the first step will be to actually lower the temperature on the controller to below minus 60. Any number will do nicely. Okay, and then the next step is to turn off the refrigeration unit itself. Then the controller is turned off. Then the next step is actually to turn off the temperature control on the NMR console itself. And subsequently reduce the flow rate of the nitrogen flowing through the probe. Actually, the flow rate needs to be continued until the refrigeration unit is warmed up near room temperature. But a recommended value to actually turn the nitrogen down will be from 8 liters per minute to approximately 2. If this process will take overnight, then that means that probably can be reduced to 1 liter per minute. But nitrogen must be continue to flow through the system. While that process occurs, several things will happen. First of all, now since not enough nitrogen is flowing through the cooling unit, the temperature will go up slowly until it equilibrates, at which point the line can be switched back to air. And that's important. Nitrogen should be turned off when the unit is actually up near room temperature. Okay, that's it.